Welcome back.
Oh,
Today
oh
we are
God.
dressed as small.
Oh, I was thinking we kind of look like, I don't know what we look like.
Also, I decided to use the fecal expulsion spell.
Yeah, Dubs, from what I know of you, you probably don't need a spell for that.
Gross.
That's right. We're 30 seconds in, we're making poop jokes.
So this is pretty much the last time we're going to see Solaire until the very end of the third video.
Alright, you better have
Solaire
a good
just stops
fucking
answering
explanation.
my calls after... I'm
Oh,
sorry?
okay, alright.
Yeah, Solaire just stops answering the calls, so I have to use other summons.
And maybe he's off at a rap battle or something. You don't know what Solaire does in his spare time.
At one point I was ready to write him off entirely because if I can't use a summon, or, I mean, how do I put that? His whole job is to protect me if I summon him, and if he won't answer the call, then I need to find someone who will.
Really, if not Solaire, who are you gonna call?
I've got Ferald. He really proved his worth last time when he got stuck in a climbing animation.
Oh, there we go.
Thankfully, these guys stopped showing up past about this point.
Oh, okay.
Today we're heading down into Irithyll Dungeon.
Ah, yes, we need more range on our gun.
You probably don't need it in the dungeon, to be fair.
Or you could use a flashlight and some duct tape, though.
This isn't Doom 3.
Dark enough to be. Oh, Jesus.
He was ready for me too, buddy.
I will never not appreciate Solaire's enthusiasm.
Alright, so walking down through here, I was actually expecting to get invaded. And Solaire actually stops following because there's a fog wall supposed to pop up there. And that's where he stops responding to the summons. So say bye, Solaire.
So some sort of weird glitchy shit happened?
I don't know. It doesn't work down here in particular.
And maybe he's got an ex that lives down here or something. He just didn't want to deal with that right now.
So you see down into the pit there?
Uh-huh.
That's actually, we were looking up at that about 7 videos ago, maybe. Less than that. That's Smoldering Lake.
You know, I know I've said it before, but I am always super impressed with how the world connects together.
It's really cool. And yeah, count me surprised because there is supposed to be an invasion there, and there wasn't.
That sounds like that fucked up, which fucked up Solaire.
I actually think the reason the invasion didn't trigger is because we haven't betrayed Uria.
Is that something we're going to do? I can't keep track of what's going on.
No. We're going to stay with Uria till the end, because that's the Lord of Hollows.
Oh, that's right. That's the ending we're going for.
Yeah. So anyway, that bonfire... There aren't many bonfires down here in the dungeon. In fact, I'm trying to think of where the next one is. I don't think there is another bonfire in the dungeon. So we're going to be going a very long time without getting,
Well, somebody's having a bad day.
The problem is that scream attracts the jailers. Do you see that red iron through the door?
Uh-huh. Is that a jailer?
That's a jailer.
Aren't the jailers supposed to be on the other side of the bars?
You would think. I don't know why they're in there. The jailers are extremely dangerous enemies because they can temporarily lower your max HP.
Oh, those dicks.
Oh, and that door, by the way, is the door that I said we would not be going through because it would fuck up Sieg's quest. That's the other side of that door. From the bottom of Smoldering Lake.
And I probably would have just walked right through that door, not even thinking about it. So I noticed they carry branding irons. Is that how they mark the prisoners that have come through here?
I assume so. Like, I wish I could. I don't know a lot of the Dark Souls 3 lore. I know some of the pieces of it. I have no idea what's the deal with the dungeon here is.
I'm sure somebody in the thread will, or they'll find a video about it.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube, Vati Vidya, and he has done more work than anybody else to find out the lore of the Souls games.
And if FromSoft if they just had, just released an Ultimania book or something.
Also, see that guy right there?
That one that was just kind of hiding out in the closet.
If you walk past without doing exactly what I did, he shoves you off the edge.
What an asshole. I take it you don't want to go down there just yet?
No, it doesn't really hurt to go down there. You just get kind of surrounded by a couple enemies while you're there.
I'm sure that's a horribly spooky monster you just shot there.
That was another jailer.
I can't confirm that. I couldn't see.
So, this guy that we got from the Pontiff's Soul has 0 chill.
I've noticed that. He's just been kind of swinging that scythe around the whole time.
Like, between him and Solaire, I'm not sure who's more dangerous.
Vile blood Annalise.
There are a bunch of invasions here in the dungeon. There's like 5 or 6.
Now they're characters from older Souls games?
I don't actually know. Some of them are.
So is the implication that they were locked up in this dungeon at one point and escaped, or they just kind of show up? The fuck was that thing?
By the way, there's a lot of hitches here in the dungeon. Yeah, that thing we saw way back in the Undead Settlement, which is directly above the dungeon. It's basically just a cage full of bodies.
I can hear the Pontiff off kicking ass.
By the way, do you see what's happening to my max HP?
Holy shit.
That was 2 or 3 seconds of contact with a branding iron.
So how do you get that HP back?
Just time.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it goes.
So yeah, respect the jailers.
Yeah, what's the lowest they can take it to?
Pretty low, I don't actually know. I've never tried. Because if you find that you're getting your HP reduced, you roll away. Put some distance between you and them. Keep trying to summon Solaire because I'm like, come on, buddy.
He's at a show with his punk band.
He does the pyrotechnics.
Anybody gets unruly in the crowd, just throws a lightning bolt at him.
Yeah, basically.
Like, hey, that guy's walking away from the merch table. He didn't pay for that shirt. Zeused!
Now, this is something from Dark Souls 1's lore, but I guess it holds true for the rest of the series. Every time you find a full set of armor on a corpse, it's implied that is where that person that represents that class died.
Oh.
So we just found the person who, if you don't start as a sorcerer, that is where they end up dying.
So can you find armor sets for every class and then kind of just from there be able to suss out which one actually made it?
I believe so, yeah. It's more present in Dark Souls 1 where you can find where it's easier to see where the different classes are. Oh, it's the Leech Beasts again.
Hey, he can stay in the cell, that's okay.
But I want to get in the cell.
Well, they're as threatening as ever.
Just kind of unsettling.
That's one thing I've noticed. A lot of monsters in this game are kind of fucking gross.
Yeah. I guess it does have interesting lore implications because we found the leech beasts here and in the cathedral. We found the cages full of bodies here and in this undead settlement. So I guess the implication is supposed to be that the Pontiff is making all these things down here and then turning them loose up there.
Do we still ever get a reason why?
I'm sure there's some item description somewhere that tells you why the Pontiff does what he does, but fuck him.
I mean, other than he's basically an umbrella scientist in Dark Souls.
Yeah, pretty much. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's basically his canon explanation.
You know what? I'm good with that. I hear spookiness.
These guys are supposed to be, that make that noise are supposed to be friendly-ish for the most part. But they drive me insane with all their noises.
Have we...
I'm sorry?
No, they weren't hurting nobody. Fester the Jester.
For whatever reason, this part of the level really fucks with my frame rate.
So we have Fester the Jester. Who's next? Gomez the Blomez?
I mean, I could tell you who's next, but do you want to be told?
I'm gonna have no idea. I don't even see Fester yet, so...
He'll show up in a minute. There's a hole in the back of this cell.
Yeah, suddenly I'm less impressed with Solaire throwing a lightning bolt.
I'm in a bad position here because I can't see where the exit is. If you're blindly backing up, it's a great way to get backed into a corner. Now, one of the other Dark Souls games, it might have been 2. If you get the Jester's Tights, it actually is a equivalent of a Silver Cat ring.
That's kind of... Hey, buddy.
That's what's been
then.
making all that awful noise.
He definitely wasn't hurting nobody.
No, but he was hurting my sanity with his noises.
That's alright. This is not the Call of Cthulhu. You'll live.
And we are about to get invaded again.
Oh, it's Pugsley the Tugsley. Be careful.
Unlike the others, Eileen is actually aggressive.
Oh, come on,
In a few
Eileen.
seconds, she's going to show up to kick our ass.
Come on, Eileen.
That's going to be my head now, damn it.
Yeah, you're right. She's aggressive as hell.
Just wait.
God, I hope you walk in a room and all of a sudden she's just there with, like, sweet chin music.
I'm not sure if El Hueso is the best companion.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say he is. Because he's El Hueso, his name means the bone.
He has almost no poise, so every hit he just gets knocked down or breaked apart.
Oh yeah, he's a big old skeleton man.
So yeah, that's been 4 invasions in 15 minutes. That's one of the densest clusters of invasions in all of Cinders.
Now, is that in vanilla Dark Souls 3, or?
There's not as many in vanilla, but there are a couple, yes. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's corrosive bile.
Ew. Just any enemy that throws up on you is gross.
Alright, so that door way back in the back there that we're heading towards is a shortcut from the deeper part of the dungeon.
See, now, if we were playing Red Faction and we had Geomod technology, you just get your way around that door.
I would love to be able to skip what has to come up next.
I cannot wait to see what's coming.
It's rats. Dozens and dozens of rats.
You got explosive rounds.
They're not even that densely packed together. So I have to stand there and slowly plink them away one by one.
This weirdo giant baby man, let's go full auto on him.
Alright, so I'm actually not going to go out that door.
Okay, where the hell do we come back to?
We're just across the way and back on the top shelf again. The way we would have come out's down over there.
Oh, okay. So we're just kind of just like a shortcut type thing?
Not even a shortcut, just an alternate way you can go if you have the key. And we have the master key.
Oh, now I wanted there to be a mod that adds a master key attachment underbarrel to your gun.
Just shoot at a door and it opens. Oops, the layer's still not answering. For just a brief second, we actually looked over at the next area we're going to be visiting in 2 videos.
Oh, there it is
That
again.
down there is the Profane Capital.
Like, you got a silver cat ring, just jump down.
There's a death plane between me and there.
This is bullshit.
Yeah. You know, I used to be kind of positive on Irithyll dungeon. I just don't like it anymore.
I don't see much reason to enjoy it myself. Like, it's ugly, it's boring looking.
There's a million fucking enemies everywhere.
Yeah, and really, there's only so much you can do with just stone walls.
Alright, to start counting the number of enemies there I kill.
So we're at 2. You want me to count that step you keep shooting?
No. Alright, there's 3. Let's open that up or not.
Alright, we'll count that as 4.
Five, 6,
And Pontiff's just hanging out there.
7, 8, 9. There's still a lot more back there.
So this seems like a nice fuck you if you're a melee character.
11. This is only in Cinders, by the way. There's not that many in vanilla.
So is Cinders a hard mode mod or a dick mode mod? Because...
To be fair, I also have the Curse of Beckoning, which adds extra enemies.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I remember you telling me about that.
13.
Alright, a baker's dozen. Oh.
14. 15.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And if you die, you have to kill all 15 of those again.
Did you find that out the hard way?
In test runs I have. As well as all those enemies between you and the way in the bonfire in here.
So basically you gotta do the entire dungeon again.
Most of it. And by the way, we can hear a giant snoring down there.
That's what that noise was.
Oh, and the Pontiff god we have following us gets bugged too. Sometimes if we summon him, he just stops acting.
I noticed that. He killed, 16 dudes, and he's just kind of hanging out like, I'll watch our backs.
There is something about this area in particular that just fucks with the summon AI. So look, he's just standing here. He sees the guy there. But he's not going to help.
Maybe he was at Solaire's punk show and he's mad you keep pulling him out of the audience.
Maybe. But like, this guy right here is easily within aggro range of the guy there. He could easily swing his scythe. Nope.
He's not even touching the floor, actually.
And we are getting our ass kicked.
Well, I noticed, you have a gun, so you stayed melee range. That's a good option.
There wasn't much option to go around it. And so there's the giant.
Oh, yep, we're gonna kill him.
And for whatever reason, he's like the giants in the cathedral. Super dangerous.
Is this another Cinders edition, or?
No, he's here in vanilla.
And, he's not dying.
I have never fought him in melee in vanilla. I've always used a bow to shoot his ass. And now I'm mad because that bug's gonna... Yep. I lost the Titanite bug. I think it's a crystal lizard, to be fair, but whatever.
You lost the important thing.
So this is pretty much the central part of the Irithyll dungeon.
So we're like halfway through it now, then?
Equivalent, yeah. There is a shortcut on the bottom floor back to the bonfire. Sieg is down on the bottom floor. But there's a lot of shit we have to go through before we can go down there.
Can't just jump down there either.
There's about 30 rats down there, plus another 60 in the walls.
Oh my god! Where's fucking Willard when you need him?
That's not the Curse of Beckoning either, that's vanilla.
Of the 20 people that are going to watch this video, I hope at least one of them gets my stupid reference.
I got your reference.
Yes!
I never saw Willard, but I know of it.
Look, one person got it, that makes me happy.
By the way, we only have 3 Estus shards.
That's not good.
No, and we're going to get a lot lower before we can get back to the bonfire, because even though we're physically close to it, we're a very long way away from it. Solaire still is not answering the call.
He's playing bass right now, leave him alone.
So let's get the Pontiff back out, maybe.
See, he's in a punk band that does nothing but covers of 1940s country songs.
So just Hank Williams Sr. over and over.
Occasionally they do The Gambler just to change things up a bit.
By the way, did you hear that noise back there?
No, I did not. I missed it.
There's about 8 basilisks in the ceiling.
What the fuck?
That's in vanilla too.
So yeah, this is just the dick area.
Here they come.
These fucking googly-eyed bastards.
And the funny thing is, their real eyes are actually below the googly eyes.
That was alright. What's the point of the googly eyes then?
It's basically like, you know how in in nature, there's like, what is it, the Death's Head moth, I think, that has the big eyes on the back of its wings?
Yeah, where it looks like a skull or whatever.
Yeah, it's to scare off predators.
Oh, alright. What the hell is a predator to that thing?
I don't want to know. I don't care to know. Probably mimics. Because they didn't come out till I killed the mimic.
What the hell is that thing doing get close to a treasure chest? Something that, you know what, Dark Souls 3's not making sense anymore.
I mean, welcome to Irithyll Dungeon. It fucking sucks.
What a shithole. How much longer are we spending in this place?
One more video, but it's about 25 minutes.
You know what, that's fine, because that means we're out of here. Oh my god, this place sucks. I'm not even playing.
Also, I cut out 10 minutes of the next video.
Is it 10 minutes of fighting rats?
2 minutes of fighting rats 3 times.
Oh my god.
The same rats each time.
Why didn't you find a mod that just removed this area?
I don't know.
Like, you come from the place before, you come here, and instead of this, it's just like a convenience store. You pick something up.
Even going into it, I was like, okay, Irithyll Dungeon, I remember liking this place, and it's not that bad. It takes like an hour to get through.
It seems like a very miserable hour. You know,
Hell of a fucking hour.
Alright, that's another thing we gotta learn how to mod, alright? We're gonna mod Dark Souls 3, and instead of this, you go into the quick stop from Clerks, right? You get a pack of smokes from Dante, you talk to Jay and Silent Bob, and BAM! You're done.
Hey, you know what? I don't even necessarily mind, like, the upper area of the dungeon where it was, like, all those jail cells and stuff. That wasn't that bad. There were some dick moves there, like with the jailers. But, you know, that wasn't necessarily a terrible area. It's just below where there's just monsters fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, though, this place, it's not pleasant to look at either.
No, it's very boring, especially compared to Irithyll.
Yeah, because I was pretty fucking stoked in Irithyll, because like, wow, this looks really nice. Like, I like this effect over here, that looks good. And then you come here, and it's just like, alright, what if we took everything we did in Irithyll and made it shit?
Yeah, you're really not wrong. Dark Souls 3 for... Good lord, I don't think there's a single area in the game... Like, Irithyll is maybe one of the only areas that doesn't have just the generic brown brick interior. Everywhere else looks the fucking same.
I hate this goddamn place.
It's really bad.
I'm not even playing and I hate it.
I wish I could say it gets better in the third video, but the Profane to Capital is not necessarily better. It's just not Irithyll Dungeon.
You know what? That sounds like a step forward. I can't wait to get there.
I can't wait for you to see it.
I don't like the sound of that.